Okay, so I've had another idea here, and what I'm thinking about doing is making doing a larger project of the vase that I did the other day. Obviously the vase that I did was quite a tiny thing, so what I've got here is some mini sort of bowl blanks. Got a bit of purple heart here, all sorts of different types of wood, different bowl blanks, only small ones, but you know, some nice pieces in here. So what I'm thinking about doing here is basically cutting a piece off of each blank and then gluing them all together, and then pretty much doing a similar project to this, but obviously on a larger scale. Try and make another vase if I can, or we'll see what it comes out like. Maybe make a nice pot or something, I don't know, but yeah, I think this will be quite interesting actually. Let's see how this gets on. Okay, so I've cut all these up now into little sections, and then I run them also through the sander to give them a nice smooth finish. So we've got some small ones and some bit larger ones, all different types of wood. I'm not going to run through all the wood at the moment, but so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these up together. There we have both sections. So we've got the top section here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits of wood in, and then we've got the bottom section here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 I think bits of wood there. So once these are set, I'll mount this small section on top of the big one, and then we'll put it in the lathe. Okay, so we've come back and these have all been left to dry and seal up for a couple of days now actually, so haven't managed to get back in here. So this is the first, the bottom half. Just got it basically in the lathe now, and obviously as you can see it's pretty uneven. and if you turn the lathe on, see it's pretty uneven really, so I'm going to keep the speed down low for the minute. I'm going to step to the side so I'm out of the way of danger when I do this, just in case it does decide to ping off and smack me in the head. Obviously I've got a guard on, so which is also important when you're doing things like this, especially when you're kind of gluing wood together and bits and pieces. You know, at any point any of these could just fly off and do some real damage. So I'm going to see if I can level this out a bit now, see if we can get some sort of shape, and then once I've done that I'll do that to the smaller part, and then we'll glue those two together. So as you can see from here, we've got the other piece which is all glued up now. So this one will sit on the top here as well, somewhere like that, and then we'll make a nice kind of vase out of this when we've finished. So let's see how we get on. So we've got it in the chuck now. It's looking better, as you can see from earlier on. Still got some gaps here, but we'll see what we can do about those in a minute. I'm just going to make it, I'm going to cut it down a bit more, I think, first. the small end in the lathe now, so I've just got to turn this. This is going to be the top. What we've got over here is obviously we've started to turn this one, and that's how that's come out so far. Not bad really, it's come out quite well. So obviously this will sit on the top of that. We'll glue that on, but we'll get this rounded out first and just see how that comes out first, and then we'll get it glued onto the base. Okay, so we've got these turned around now. I haven't glued this one on yet because just basically put that through the sander just to smooth these two ends off, and the same with this one here. So basically when I'm done, when I'm ready, this will basically go on the top there. Okay, so this is how far we've got with the sort of large vase. Now I did make this to put on the top here, but I actually think that that doesn't really look good at all for some reason. It's just way too much purple heart in there, and it just doesn't really match. It just looks really weird. So I've made another one basically out of similar pieces of wood, and I actually think that that looks a lot nicer when that's finished. I think that's going to look a lot nicer. So I'm going to glue this on here now. I've basically hollowed out all of the base, as you've seen earlier on. Hollowed out this already, ready to stick that on there, and then we can finish it. Right, so this is all glued up now. Just pop this on the lathe, just started turning it. So just need to try and make some sort of shape now, and yeah, this is it's coming on nice. paper towel, as you can see here, a bit of sanding sealer, and you see how this comes out. I think it's going to come up really nice actually. So this is the first coat of sanding sealer. I'm still not too sure about the shape yet, but we'll have a little think about that when we put a bit of this sealer on. As you can see, it's already coming up really nicely. So it's going to be a lovely vase, this one. I think we're turning it off to put the rest of this on. So just put a second coat of sanding sealer on there now. Let that dry, and then we'll cut it back again. There's a little bit of a dent in there. See if I can get that out. And then we'll let that dry, and then we'll give it another coat. So probably going to give it 3, maybe 4 coats of sanding sealer, I think. But it's all right. Yeah, it's not it's a bit of a weird looking vase, but it's all right. So I'm going to see if I can get a little burn mark in the bottom of this wood here. I think it might look quite nice somewhere around here, so let's see how that goes. I'm just going to use a bit of copper wire here. And you start to see it smoke. Just a little bit more on there. Very good. I think that's quite a nice little touch at the bottom there. So just giving it one final rub down with a bit of fine sandpaper. I think this is a 400, this one. So it's already had 3 coats of sanding sealer. I think what I'm going to do now is put a bit of lacquer on it, I think. Actually, I might put a bit of wax on it first. There's lots of different waxes that people use, but I think one of the most popular ones is this Wood Wax 22. It's a clear wax, and I think you probably see and hear a lot of people using this. It's pretty good. You can already see the effects of it shining up, doing a good job. So it really is a good wax, this is. That just looks lovely at the moment. I'll probably put another coat of this on. And then we'll probably finish up with a bit of lacquer, and then we just need to finish the base. Which with this, what I probably will do, as you've seen on probably some of my other projects, is I will probably put a bit of felt on the bottom of this. So I think that will. This is probably likely to be going on a table of some kind, so that will obviously prevent any scratching, so we'll get that sorted in a minute. And there we go, look at that, it's just beautiful. And I've learnt basically more and more as I go along doing these projects, is that you really do need a few coats of sanding sealer, and you've really got to be patient with the end projects. You know, when you get close to the end, it's quite easy to sort of rush and stick a few coat, you know, one coat of sanding sealer on it, and then try and get a finish, and you just you don't really get the finish that you're after. You've just got to be a bit patient and just you know, keep rubbing down and recoating. So as you can see, you get a nice finish like that when you apply the right amount of sanding sealer and wood wax. That looks really nice. So what I'll probably do now is I'll cut it back a little bit again. Not a lot though, just a little rub down. There we go. And then I think what we'll do now is we'll see what happens when we put actually what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put another wood wax on, I think. do is get another clean bit, paper towel, and we'll just buff this out again. And just watch that shine come. There we go, look at that, it's absolutely fantastic. I don't even think it needs any lacquer on it, to be fair, but I might put a drop of it on there and see what that finish is like, but that does look lovely. Okay, so here we have the finished project. It actually did take quite a while, to be fair, but to you guys, obviously, it was only what, 20-30 minutes or however long the video is going to be, but it has taken me a little while to do this. I've put the little felt on the bottom there with the emblem, so that could sit nicely now on someone's table. And then what I've done is I've based this vase around this. I picked this little glass tubing, well, I suppose it's a mini vase really, from eBay, and this basically just slots nicely inside, so you can actually use it properly as a nice vase. So that would be quite nice. Put some water in there, and yeah, pretty pleased with that. So not a bad looking piece, I suppose. A bit funky, but there we go. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Many thanks.